Let's begin today's Vanguard news with a promo card coming out in Koro Comics. Since Bushiroad actually wants to appeal to a younger audience again with a Skyride manga, you know what they say, start them young enough, and you'll make them into a full-time customer. Surevciel's Fear Deka Sugi Deka-kun, while on Vanguard or Rear Guard cannot attack. While on Vanguard or Rear Guard, you can pay 1 Soul Blast and this unit loses its continuous ability. And while on Vanguard, you can pay 3 Energy Blast when he attacks. To get an extra critical for that battle, then you can pay 1 Counter Blast to get an extra drive check. This card is like that episode of Dragon Ball where they had Dr. Slump characters. Koro probably thought that Vanguard's lore was too serious and decided to tone it down to gag manga level. Anyways, take note that this card has Surevciel in its name, which will let you use his support cards like Virile Core Dragon if you decide to ride him as your Vanguard. And I haven't seen the restraint mechanic since the original series. The better question now is, will all of the other startup trial deck boss cards get this kind of silly grade 3 promo cards as well? Get ready for an upsurge of female knight and bikini armor tag search results in your various cultured websites, because Dual Knight's Crest card and Evangeline's errata rework have been revealed for DZPS01. Leading Dual Knight Salames Crest when active gives Climax Dual Knight Lord Evangeline on your Vanguard all of your leading Dual Knight Salames abilities if she's your heart card that has a limit break 4 ability and lets you reduce the cost of the ability she got from her heart by 2 Counter Blast the first time you would use it. This crest also changes the original power of your grade 3 cards with limit break 4 to 13k power. And this crest enables you to use your limit break 4 abilities even if you are at 3 or less damage. Comparing what Cecilia's crest does, this seems so bland and pointless that you might as well play Alt Mile with the reworked Gablade if you want the early stride. At least with those, you can call V-Series Ashley with Gablade skill during the battle phase for a 4th and 5th attack. Then you ride into V-Series Salome and striding into Crystal Luster Dragon on the next turn for basically the same results but better. And before anyone says that you need a Dual Knight Vanguard, let me remind newer players that Dual Knights were, if not one of the only sub-clans to not require a specific Vanguard and would rather you have more Dual Knights on the field to work. It's the reason why Swordme was abused in Sanctuary Guard Dragon back in the day. Even the V-Series Dual Knights don't require a specific Vanguard, so this crest is just pointless. Climax Dual Knight Lord Evangeline gets an errata in which she retains her old skills, but gets a new one. While in the G-Zone face down, you can discard cards with 3 or more total grades. If you have a grade 3 leading Dual Knight Salome Vanguard with a limit break 4 skill and you did not get an imaginary gift in this game yet, to stride this card then you can flip a Dual Knight card in your G-Zone face up to get 2 force markers and Salames Crest card. This card honestly deserved a better rework than just adding the new early stride mechanic. Not only does this card only give a maximum of 9k power to Dual Knights only units, but only those Dual Knight units that were on the field during this skill's resolution, meaning that any newly called Dual Knights won't get power from her skill. Why the hell wasn't this made into a continuous skill as such a dumb and lazy move, especially when the deck can't perform more than 3 attacks unless you use the V-Series Dual Knights. Finally, here is a list of G-Unit and G-Guard reprints included in the set. At least Bushiroad is self-aware that players won't be using the Crest card and would rather opt to use V-Series Salome with the reprinted Crystal Luster Dragon. And that concludes this Vanguard news without the bullshit. Special thanks to my Patreon members that continues to support me even after I got my YouTube partnership back. Be sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments how this premium deck set should be renamed to Crystal Luster the reprint.